We have a bumblebee that just hangs out over here near the plants. And this is what happens when you have plants. They get very territorial. And this bumblebee has literally just been chilling here for a good couple weeks now. It fights away. Oh, see? Oh, they were fighting. Oh, see, they keep on getting near me. Welcome back to Zena's garden on this beautiful sunny day. I am outside, and I'm usually always outside. I hope you guys have been taking the time to be outside during the coronavirus and being locked down and stuff like that. You know, we still need our sunlight, and we still need to be interacting with nature that's around us. So I came back home to check on the plants that I had planted last week. The video that I had did with the onions, carrots, beets, kale, celery, and some other seeds that I had planted. So we are going to look at how that has been going, and I'm going to go into more in-depth information on how to keep up your plants as they start to grow and germinate as well. Okay. So when it comes to watering the plants, I always pick up the pot to kind of see if it's heavy or if it's light. When it's light, that probably means that it doesn't have enough water. And then I also check the soil to see if the soil even looks like it's, moist, or if it looks pretty dry. And this one feels light compared to the way this one feels. This one's much heavier. So I know that I will need to water this here, because you don't want to ever overwater your plants, because you can drown your seed. Oh, can't even see me. You can drown your seeds, so you want to make sure that you're not overwatering your plants when you first start them. Let's see, this one could use some water. These here look like they've been watered already, so we are going to leave these alone. And over here with the beets, those will definitely need to be watered. Also with beets, carrots, and onions, they love water. So when it comes to, especially for germination for carrots, you're gonna need to water often to make sure you can really break that seed open. So germination rate and time for seedlings like kale, collards, lettuce, spinach, those plants take about 7 to 14 days to germinate. For plants like carrots, beets, and celery, and like onion sets and garlic bulbs and things like that, those take almost 2 weeks, like 14 to 21 days to germinate. So don't fear or don't be afraid, if you see that your seedlings aren't germinating, if you're growing things like carrots and beets and things like that, because those typically take longer than a week to germinate. But for your greens, those will pop up within a week. If you don't see any germination with your greens after 2 weeks, then it probably won't ever germinate. For your carrot seeds and things like that, after like 3 weeks, then they probably won't germinate either, and you might want to replant. So our carrots have not germinated yet, but carrots typically take a good little bit before they start to sprout and germinate. But our beet seeds that we planted definitely have. So they're coming up pretty well. As you see, these plants are on the back of the porch. in a sunny location. So they pretty much get, there goes the bees again. They pretty much get full sunlight throughout the day. So when it comes to receiving sunlight, as long as you have an open area, an open space, or like I said, a nice window right here is where the kitchen is, and you can even put your plants inside in this window area right here, and they will, you know, grow perfectly like that. Or like the window we have over here, that window gets pretty good sunlight, so the plants can be inside sitting in the windowsill right there as well. So if you do not have, you know, full sunlight in the back of your balcony, as you see here, it's shady back here now. So let's say that your balcony looks like that for most of the day. You can get a blank CD. So this is the CD right here, and you see how it's able to reflect to get that plant, you know, sunlight. So this is another good innovative way to get sunlight if you do not have a south-facing window or porch balcony area. You can get a CD. Once your plants start to get a little bit bigger, you can do a process as what's called thinning out. Thinning out basically means you pick the plant, the seedling that looks like it's the weakest. Like this one looks like it's the weakest, so I'm just gonna pull it out. And sometimes if you let them, you know, grow a little bit bigger, you can actually separate the plant so that you can just put the other plant that you thinned out into another, you know, pot of soil or something like that, and it might, you know, come back and, you know, grow. Here is a better example that shows something that will definitely need to be thinned out. These plants are going to be fighting for nutrients and water, so they definitely can't be this close together. I didn't plant these, but this is just a little example. So looking into here, I would take, you know, like these out. I'm not going to take them out yet because we're probably going to try to separate some of these so that we can replant them somewhere else. But for something that looks like this, you definitely don't want this many plants in your pot because they will not be able to grow to their full capacity. They'll grow, but they'll be really small. And they're also the nutrient level they'll be competing a lot with each other, and you don't want that. Got my dog here with me. He always likes to follow me everywhere I go when I come home. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will definitely be keeping up to date every week with how the plants are growing and giving more tips on how to take care of your plants that are not in a garden, but they're on the balcony. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, just let me know. Peace.